All right, and everything's not right. All right, well, this is what I get here. Hold on a second, folks. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's doing really good. And as you can tell, we're back in the the office as normal. We did get the internet back, um, which is nice to see. Uh, actually, got it back on Thursday afternoon.
Oh,
So
I
I
was
was
getting close.
well. They were not supposed to originally come out until um, Tuesday. This coming Tuesday.
Was it the 6th?
Yeah. So yeah, it got to be a bit of a mess there. So um, there we go. Get rid of that. Yeah. There we go, Mr. Paul. We're gonna move you in the middle there.
Hey, all right.
Um, but yeah, I guess um, my neighbor uh, had more patience than I did, and just kept calling them, and was like, "Hey, you guys need to come out here and fix this." And they kept on saying that it was our routers, our routers. And he's like, "No, because they both went out at the same time, and at the same time that stuff went out in the city down there. So you guys have messed up equipment somewhere." And then the guy found out that because I'm like literally the last person on that line of internet people or whatever, um, before my neighbor, there's two breaks in the line. The amplifier was fried, so
Holy
yeah,
wow.
yeah. So they ended up sending somebody out and fixed it earlier. So it's nice to have internet back. Grandpa was definitely happy. He was very behind on his 12 hours of news a day. So whatever, it's all good. We survived that. But yeah, so it's been an interesting week, but we'll get into that some more here in a little bit. Let's get started here and talk about what's been going on this week. What's been going on with you there, Mr. Paul?
Hey, I made something this week.
What?
My wife, yeah, my wife is a fan of movies, and one of her favorite movies is The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Good
Okay.
movie. That's a good movie.
So I made her this.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
is it what's his name? Or
Gort,
Gork. Yeah.
Gort. And on his stomach, this isn't on the real one, but it's Klaatu Barada Nikto, which is the secret words that that is said to the woman so that she can get Gort to go get the guy after he gets shot.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
So anyway, found them on Makerspace, printed them out,
There you
came
go.
out pretty.
That's from
So
the
I did
original.
not. It came out really good. It I did not have a totally useless week this week.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Paul.
Ta-da!
Very good. What about you, Sean? You've been busy.
I haven't done nothing. It's just been
New
boring.
toys?
No. Um. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh, I got to share it, I guess, don't I? Ta-da!
Ooh.
It showed up Friday yesterday,
Elvis Curry Carbon.
and
Nice.
I will tell you what, it's a hell of a printer.
Yeah.
I am just blown away by this little guy. Well, it's not little; it's 256 square. So, um,
Yes, I was watching your live stream last night
yeah.
as you were finishing
Thank you for
unboxing.
joining. It was a fun unboxing, and then oh yeah, it blew me out of the water. Whoops, whoops! I can't even hold on to my prints. 15-minute benchy, and it's just, I mean, there's zero. I mean, look at the bridging on it. It's just perfect.
Good. Nice.
Yeah. All the curves turned
Now,
out
what
intact.
what slicer did you use with that, Sean?
Orca. That's a
Orca?
version of it, yeah. And actually, I have all my printers set up on Orca now. And then I just finished this. I actually did a print, and this is my daughter's hair comb. I showed my daughter, and she just, at first, she's like, "Is that a resin print?" It's like,
What
no.
orientation did you print that in?
Pardon?
What orientation did you print it in?
It was sitting like this.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't flat. It was, and it's pretty much, it was all printed on supports. And I mean, the
Wow.
back it's really clean for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to clean that up a little bit, but other than that, it's just, yeah, points are nice and sharp. The teeth. So I will tell you what, Bamboo, they've got they got steep competition here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
Well,
looking,
especially at the price point.
yeah, you can't it was $336 shipped to me, and that's printer and insurance and shipping.
Wow.
I did find out today that a friend of mine ordered it. A matter of fact, Mr. Elliott, hello folks, um, he told me he ordered one today, and it'll be here in July.
Wow.
So there is a little
Nice.
bit of a leeway, but that's not too bad. So yeah,
Yeah.
I purchased
I mean,
mine.
well, that's what you got.
Yeah, I did mine February 17th, and for me it just showed up. I was 15 minutes into the buy, I think, and I ended up being like the third shipment within 15 minutes. But yeah, and the next shipment is in June, and apparently anything that's purchased now forward is in July. And so yeah,
It'd be tough, like if you're, especially with the price hikes that Bamboo has done. I mean, the A1s now are $500. So
yeah,
if you're doing any kind of print farmy type of stuff and
oh,
you're going to use an A1, you're buying all Centauri carbons from what everybody's saying now. It's nice. So it works good, does what it's supposed to do. So
oh, it does everything. Like, and the build. See, the build quality is what blew me out of the water. I'll compare it to like the Flash Forge M5. I mean, these are the ones I can compare it to. Is what I have.
yeah,
The Flash Forge, it's $279, and it's open. In other words, open sides, open top, no door. And don't get me wrong, though, it prints extremely well, but it's light, and the frame is lightweight. And for me, I've got the mentality of like on a router, if it's a heavy duty, rigid router, you can fly and it's going to cut nice and everything. And I kind of feel the same because it's CNC. The base feels like it's cast aluminum. She's got some weight. The sides are built nice and stiff, and it's an extremely rigid machine for what it is. I was not expecting that quality on that inexpensive of a machine.
yeah. I always think with especially with the Core XY,
Yeah.
you need some weight to them because you want that print head flying around. And if you can
I
get some
don't know
weight,
if you caught the part where I set the camera on the table when it was printing.
no.
The camera's just vibrating.
Oh wow.
It was moving on the table, so I actually sat on the table, and that didn't help too much. But it moves. It just chugs right along.
Yeah,
And
Tim's
yeah,
asking if have you tried using the Bamboo Studio with the Elegoo yet, or just the Orca Slicer?
I could try it. Well, basically,
You should be
Bamboo
able to.
Studios Orca
You should be
Slicer.
in.
Yeah, same with Elegoo. I know I can do the Bamboo with the Elegoo because it's also the Core's Orca Slicer.
Yeah.
So you might want to check your mic, by the way, real quick.
Oh, okay.
I think you're on the other mic.
This stupid. Hold on a second here. What do we got? Oh, it did. Oh man, it's going
Still
off
good
this.
though.
Um, where is it at here? Oh, you know what it is? Uh, Orion's an idiot. I'm sitting here talking into the thing.
Hey, it helps to plug it in.
The thing's not even plugged in.
That's really good.
I just realized it like as I went to go try to figure out, well, why isn't it working? It's because it's not plugged in, you moron. Hold on a second.
Well, a good thing your mic on your camera's not that bad.
I was better prepared when I was in the driveway. Let's see here. We go back in here, go in here. Oh, there it is. Should be sounding better.
So yeah, if you want to see what I did with it, I did a live. It's on YouTube on my channel. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You can cruise through it. But yeah, it was. I'm impressed, dude. I'm
Cool.
really, really impressed.
Yeah, Dwayne. It was a wireless mic.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was feeling pretty good about getting set up in time too, because I was I hadn't had a chance to set all the computer stuff back up on this thing yet until right before. But
That's all good.
forgot to
It
plug
was
the
funny.
microphone.
Before the show started and we were talking, it sounded fine.
Yeah. Oh well. It's all
not.
good.
It's not the bassy Ryan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's something Clyde would do. Yeah, Clyde, I hear you on that, buddy. It's also something that Ryan does evidently more than once.
Talk about Ryan. So what have you been up to?
Oh, yeah. Well, so besides the stuff with the internet and all that, finally getting back. When we did get the internet back, my wife was away this week for part of the week, uh, working about an hour and a half away from here. Well, I get a message from her Thursday morning saying that she's out in front of the ER. Turns out she's got, at the time they didn't know when we started talking in the morning about it, but her right side just gnarled up pain. She's hurting really bad, and I was like, "Uh-oh, that sounds like it might be your appendix or something, your nose." Turns out it's kidney stones, and so I ended up having to go down there to go. I spent the whole day Thursday down there, sitting with her in the ER, and then they doped her up on morphine and stuff, so she couldn't drive for a while. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to have to grab a trailer to bring her car home and stuff like that. And it was a bit of a mess, but she ended up being able to eventually drive home after she napped for a while in the evening. But I did get to go stop at a micro center while I was down there. I got a few things for the A1. Got a new hot end or nozzle for it, and because it was I was having problems with it, and it turns out it was the hot end or the nozzle rather. And I got one of those the BQ cryo grip plates for it.
Okay.
One of the blue sticky plates, and so I'm actually running it right now with some Pet G, and that thing is slick. Well, it's sticky. Paul, Mr. Hammerquist, he has them on I think one or two of his machines, and but until you actually use one, you don't really realize how sticky these things are. So it's pretty wild. Yeah. Steve said he almost had to make a run to Micro Center today. Yeah. Oof.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I don't have one that close to me.
You can spend some money on them. I tell you what. Broke. Yeah. Well, I was gonna order the nozzle that I needed because I stole the one out of my son's A1 that I gave him a couple months ago, and to try and see, because what I was having a problem with stuff sticking to the bed. It would be printing okay, and then just everything would let loose. But I couldn't tell if something was um, if it was the nozzle hitting something or the bed was whacked out or whatever it was. So I
Not
mean, I
clean.
was kicking up temperatures, trying like going, well, maybe it's too cold in here, or whatever. But it turned out it was the nozzle. So I was like, well, while I'm down here, and Micro Center's 5 minutes down the road further, I'm gonna go see if I can get a nozzle. So, and um, yeah, so I got a nozzle, and then I saw the plates down there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try this too, because why not? We're right here, and so threw those on. They're working pretty good. But anyway, so yeah, I got her back here, and then she slept all day yesterday, but then got up at 2 o'clock this morning, and she's a mess again. Well, continuing to be a mess, but more so than she had been. And she tried to soak in the tub for a while, and then couldn't get out of the tub because it was hurting so
Oh, I
bad.
bet.
And then she starts puking and stuff, and it's like, all right, well, we're going back to the hospital. So 4:30 in the morning, we're heading back to the hospital, and stupid hospital doesn't do anything. We're there until I got home at 1:30 this afternoon,
Oh,
and
wow.
we never left the well. I never left the waiting room. They took her back for 20 minutes when she first got there, and then they brought her back out, and then we just sat there until about 10 minutes before they discharged her.
Oh, wow.
They took her back to talk to a doctor for a minute. The doctor was like, "Yeah, you got the kidney stones," and she's like, "Yeah, no shit. Like, I told you this. I gave you all the paperwork from the other hospital." She's like, "It hurts bad. I need something. I need you guys to help fix it." And
Beer.
but you can't get into a urologist around here. You can get into one in months down the road, but you can't get into one this week, and so it's quite a mess. So my hope was to unleash the Ranger CNC today, but once I got back home, we were supposed to be at a wedding today, so I had to go represent at the wedding for a little while on behalf of us, and but yeah, so I was intending to unleash the Ranger CNC today, but it's going to be pushed back a week, which kind of sucks. But
Well,
I
I
wasn't
see.
able to do my intro video that I was going to be filming today. So, but I did make a cool shirt.
I was just going to say that. I noticed that shirt.
Yeah,
That is
So
sweet.
I've never tried. I made this shirt. I did it with my Cricut and vinyl, and I've
Oh,
never done the layered vinyl before, and wasn't so scary. I thought it was going to be harder than what it was, and
that's.
so
I thought you would have bought that one. You really made that's.
yeah. It's all made it right on up. It's really it's a little crooked and it's not quite centered,
You
but
can't tell.
it's good enough. I'm a little crooked and not quite centered, so it fits.
That
Yeah,
that's the coolest thing about being a maker is being able to do your own stuff.
oh yeah, and um, but yeah. So I've been working on the Ranger, and I mean she's going to be impressive, I think. Especially I think with some of the things that you're seeing coming out of the other camps of CNCs. I think some people are going to really enjoy what I'm going to be putting out for them. So it's it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, so next probably next Friday or Saturday. Well, I mean, all the videos are in the middle of getting edited right now. Um, but the first couple that I was going to put out at the same time as the intro video, those are all ready to go. But I'm just going to release it all at the same time. So, yeah, it is what it is. Another week's not going to kill anybody. If anybody wants to be follow along with the Ranger CNC, I think I have. Where is that thing at there? Is it there? Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. There's the Facebook group, Ranger CNC. So if you want to jump on there and you know be part of that group, that'll be pretty cool.
Do you have a link down below on that for that?
I don't think I do. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, there's. I think so. I think there's one in there. Let me look here.
I don't see it.
Where are you?
It will be.
Well, yep. I'll put it in there here in a minute. But yeah. So pretty sweet. It's she's sturdy. She's cutting well. Yeah, there's been a few improvements I've had to do to some of the 3D printed pieces, which you only really find out when you start stressing the shit out of it. Like I had the here. I'll give you an example. This is one of the Y axis belt tensioners that I designed up. So it gets mounted underneath here, and the belt is coming this way towards the back of the machine. To get it properly tensioned, you got to get a few pounds of force put onto the belt, and it was stripping out the 3D printed portion here. So I ended up having to redesign this piece a little bit, but working great now, and it's really pretty happy with that, how it's all working out. So yeah. So, one more week. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. So she's going to be cutting good. Besides that, let's see here. What's Jerry saying? A friend on stream today had a Harley golf cart. Yeah, the old Harley golf carts. Yeah,
No engine though.
Those are pretty neat. No engine in it?
No, new one. He took the old one out because there was issues. And he put like a 125cc, like a motorcycle engine in it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. It was looking good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. Army Ranger green is a cool color. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a mix between that. Like, I mean, I love green. Army green is kind of my color, I guess. The Ranger logo and all that isn't actually for the military Ranger, but for my passed away pup Ranger, who the CNC is named for. So, but that was his logo that I had on his dog dish. That actually has a star that goes around it too. But for this shirt, I didn't do that. But anyway, so yeah, pretty cool. Really excited about it. Can't wait for everybody to start experiencing the Ranger CNC. I think it's going to be pretty fun. So I guess we can get moving here though and start talking about some of these videos from this week. The first one that we're going to talk about is out there. He's out there in the chat.
Hold on. Where'd he go?
Oh, there we go.
We're good.
There you go. All right.
Oh.
There we go. It's Steve from Ventari's Workshop. And yeah, everybody and their mother has been evidently received these Eufy Make resin 3D printers this month. And but Steve's was probably my favorite video. It was one of the first videos that I saw on this thing, and I think definitely my favorite one, because he actually showed a lot more of what was going on. But man, they sent that thing out to everybody and their mother. Let's see here. Okay.
Not quite. I didn't get one.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
me neither. But
Clack didn't.
yeah, amazingly, Clack didn't get one either. So, um, but uh, it seemed a lot of laser folks got the Eufy makes. Some 3D printer folks did. Nathan Builds Robots got one and did a video about it. There's
It
what was it?
does have a pad.
Sawdust and Splinters got one. Um, there's a lot of Eufy make content out there this week. And, pretty cool machine. What was it? Last Sunday, I was watching Steve and Dave on their Sunday night live that they do
Mhm.
on both of their channels, and Steve was messing around with it, doing some test cut or test prints on stuff. And what a cool machine!
They
Like
are.
yeah, it was like there's that big bed that I was telling you about,
Okay.
Sean. So yeah, I think Sean was talking about maybe not being able to do the trains inside them like he was hoping to, but I think with that size bed there, you'd be able to make it work.
The biggest question is height. Once you get that table on there, how much room between the head and the table?
Yeah, well, it looks like a good. Well, maybe Steve can answer that question for us at some point because it'll raise up to a focal point or what have you.
Okay.
I guess to whatever it needs to, but I would imagine that focal point is below the exterior of that cover. So it looks like it's probably 4 or 5 inches, probably. I'm guessing, but um,
I don't
what a
know.
cool machine though! It's such a different way to do printing on stuff.
Oh, there's one guy out there. He's doing light switch covers, printing on
Okay.
those, which I thought was really cool. Seen a lot of the other UV printers printing out the phone case. As a matter of fact, if I'm correct, he did.
Oh yeah, Steve did one.
Yeah, I think this is kind of
Oh,
cool
yeah,
too.
there's this cat, and it kind of builds up the resin on them so that you can do kind of
A
like
texture.
yeah, textured 3-dimensional look to them, and that cat looks really cool. There's the phone case. That's one of his cats, I think.
I love that cat. It's like, what? No.
I said answer the phone. Um, but
It's
man,
pretty.
the quality of that thing is pretty sweet, though. I mean, from what I understand, these things are if you buy the closest competitor is like 10x on price on them
Yeah,
or something
they're
like
not cheap.
that. Yeah, and but the Kickstarter's doing amazing, absolutely amazing. In the first hour, and the links to all these are down in the description if anybody wants to see any of these videos or links that we're talking about. They're all down there in the description, so you don't have to go find them. But the on the Kickstarter, in the first hour, they had cleared $5 million worth of stuff of orders.
Wow.
Yeah,
Would not surprise me.
yeah, and then like a couple hours later, I think I looked at it after like 4 or 5 hours, and it was like 12 or 13 million
Oh
dollars.
shit.
Yeah, so right now they're sitting at like 16.5 million uh, on there. So good for them. Uh, but there could be some really cool uses for this.
Oh, several. Like I said, I'd love to get my hands on one. I don't know if this one would do what I need, but
Oh man, doing like the graffiti or something like that on the side of a train car would be
exactly.
awesome.
Shh, don't give it away. That's exactly what I
you,
was thinking about.
you might have to send one over to Steve and let him zap it on there.
Oh, that'd be a kick in the pants. Uh, talking about graffiti, we could put Steve on one side of a car and Dave on the other.
That'd be good.
Uh, yeah, it is cool.
That would be a, a clack on a car. and um, uh, uh, Steve on a Steve engine.
Yeah, there you go.
uh,
Oh, I think yep. He thinks he's got a couple HO cars.
oh, there you go.
I am so curious because the
There you
nice
go.
thing is it lays the white down. So if you're doing graffiti,
Yeah, it'll look more like spray paint.
oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see. Mm. Definitely be pretty cool to see.
it's almost like I keep talking about once I'm done with my laser, getting that taken care of. It's either going to be a CNC router, and I am leaning towards a UV printer.
Yeah, well, it was. I think the early bird people that got in were like $1,600 for this thing, and then like I think they're about 2,000 now or something like that for the
Three if you get everything.
yeah,
If you get the cup turn, the cup tool and all that good stuff.
yeah. Oh, the rotary thing.
The rotary tool, yeah.
That was neat though. On last Sunday's live when he was showing when he was doing a clack on a cup, they had the cup in the machine, and you could see the machine like in there raising up and down and getting it all leveled out because it was a tapered cup, and it was there's the maybe it shows it here. I can't remember, but pretty wild how it figures it all out and starts raising up and down, and there it goes. Yeah, so it
That's
levels out.
wicked.
Yeah, yeah, really cool.
It takes guesswork out.
Yeah, yeah. I think that the only thing I think he said didn't say in the video that he did say or that we did find out during that live was because he put clack on the cup, and then I said you need to put clack on the cup underneath of it, and so he went to go do that afterwards without moving the cup, and it wasn't lined up the same, which kind of
Like
surprised me. I
that.
thought it would have returned the cup back to however it started, but
Like
I guess it
home.
didn't. Yeah. So, but um, really cool process on that thing though. So congratulations to Anchor because it's an Anchor. Eufy Make is
Okay.
owned by Anchor, but you could do some really cool stuff with that. I bet.
Yeah, especially being able to build up the resin
Yeah.
with that 3D feel. I think that tops the other UV printers just by
Yeah.
being
Well,
able to
even
do
just
that.
doing it all flat, I think would be pretty sweet. But, no. Anyway, awesome. Well, good job, Steve. Keep it up, buddy. Looking good.
Oh, there's a Kickstarter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the we're what's it saying? Like, I was right. Like, it's like 16.5 million right now.
It's not showing.
Um,
I need to click on UV. They're not bad. It's not showing anything now. Not backing any product or projects.
well, they
Create.
are.
No.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
55 days.
55 days left. Oh my god.
16 million.
Billion.
Yeah, 16.7.
Wow.
So what's the leeway on that?
Well, it looks like, I mean, from what everybody was showing in their videos, it's a ready to go product. And I think it says if you hit back this project, I think it says that they're delivering in July,
Okay. So a
if I'm
couple
not
months.
mistaken. Yeah, so I mean, it's not like it's far away.
No.
They got to be in production right now.
I mean, I waited that long for that. So
Yeah,
it's the anticipation though that gets you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So pretty awesome. Yeah,
7,000 backers.
like at this point, why are you bothering with 55 days? You know, well, and that's like right at the end. So I guess hit back this project and let's look at the reward stuff because it says there like when they expect to send it. Yeah, estimated July 25. So as soon as this thing ends, they're going to start sending them out because
16,
that's like
19.
55 days away.
Okay, and if you back it, it saves you $500 almost if you go with
Yeah.
the rotary and everything.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing mugs and all that other stuff, I mean, I definitely see that there could be a good market for using it.
Oh yeah, so tempting.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, everything is, man. Jeez, there's too
Yeah,
much cool stuff out there.
Paul, don't buy one, okay?
Yeah,
Because we will then.
yeah, yeah. It'll get ugly. So awesome, possum. Oh well, good luck to them. Hopefully, I'm sure we'll see some more stuff on them coming out. But I mean, their strategy of throwing a whole bunch of them out to makers and stuff like that seems to have worked pretty well for them. So it they they're knocking it out of the park. There was another uh, Kickstarter that I've been keeping an eye on. It's for a 3D printer, but I've not seen anybody review the 3D printer or have like one of the early bird ones or whatever.
It's not this one, is it?
No, it's not. It's not from them. I forget what it's called right offhand. It's like but it's like it, it's a four-headed 3D printer.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the Prusa XL, except for it's got four heads and it's a smaller build plane. But it starts out at like $700.
That ain't bad for 4,000.
No, but like if you look at how much they have done, and their Kickstarter ends over the weekend, I think. If you look at how much they've done compared to what like Eufy Make has done, there's a big difference, and I think some of that is that they threw a bunch of units out there for people to check out and make videos on. So
Which is a smart move.
yeah, yeah, so pretty cool. All right, well let's move on then. We'll go to Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse likes Legos.
Nothing
And,
wrong with Legos.
yeah, a couple weeks ago there was Nate did a giant castle out of Lego bricks that I don't know, that takes up so much room.
Oh, but it's so cool.
It is.
But Jesse wanted to do, or Clayton wanted to do something cool for it to in that same vein. So he did the separator, the brick separator, and did it on his Orange Storm Giga. And so it's about when it's done printing out, it's like 4 feet tall. It's pretty wild. Look at that thing; it's massive.
It almost looks like a shoe.
Yeah, it took it like 5 days to print out. And I think it was like 7 kilograms of filament or something like that. I mean, it's like a lot of filament. But look how easy the supports came out. I mean, they came out really great.
How much filament is just in the supports?
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a give and take. I get it.
But that's not even scaled up completely to that would match the one from the castle. If it was to match the same size as the castle bricks, it would have to have been over like 5 feet tall or something like that. So, but that's as big as he could do it on the Orange Storm Giga
in one go.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, and he printed it out with like a fuzzy skin to help hide the lines and everything. And looking on video, it looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, did he say what the layer lines were?
I think he did them at like 0.6 or something like that.
That ain't bad for that size.
Yeah. Well, then he printed out some bricks and tried it, and it works. It was pretty cool. It was amazing how well it worked. Yeah. It did a pretty good job.
Let's see. Where does he got it?
Yeah, he prints out this block here and gets it into place. And he's really, it's funny because like he's surprised when it actually works. So he's like, here, let me just try it, and it pops right off. He's like totally surprised that it works.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Yeah, what a fun thing to print out. I mean, it's totally useless, unless you're doing
It's art.
7,000%, Legos, but it'd be pretty cool anyway. Yeah, pretty awesome. Very, very awesome.
That's
You
wild.
know? Yeah, I think he's going to make a holder or something like that so he can mount it on his wall. Yeah. Pretty neat. Good times. All right, well, let's move on then. We got Mr. Hamilton Dillback over there with CNC with me. Got a special midweek drop of a video, which usually he drops his on Fridays. So that came out on Wednesday. It was pretty surprising. And so this is a new system that him and his crew have made, and that's it's like a bit storage system. So
Are those Jenny's?
a lot of them are.
Or Jenny? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, he has I think he says there's about $2,000 worth of bits in his holders there. So there's some really super giant ones and all that, and now Hamilton has also joined the 3D printing community. Bamboo ended up sending him out a X1 carbon, and so he's getting to enjoy some of the 3D printed stuff.
Let's see.
Yeah, he printed out his head,
Yeah.
near life size. But yeah, the bit storage stuff is pretty cool. So if you're a member of CNC with me, you get all these files for free, and you can. They're basically modular bit storage, and they're doing a contest over there right now on CNC with me, where designing. The contest is bit storage, so I think there'll be some pretty cool stuff people come up with. I like the wall mounted thing. That's a lot of bits. I don't need that many. I don't have that many. But
Not right now, but you will.
yeah, there's some cool stuff in there though. He made one for a drawer. And,
I love how he slams the drawer. Hold on.
oh yeah, just to
Wham!
show it's not moving around. Yeah, good setup though. Works out.
Yeah. Cody, yes, you do.
Well, gonna have a whole lot more of them.
Yeah. I can't click on the comments, but
Especially when the Ranger CNC hits the ground, you're going to need more bits.
Yeah, oh yeah. I do need to put in an order with Mr. Elkins because that's all that I'm using to cut out my bits or my kits is Jenny bits.
You're cutting your kits with his bits.
That's right. So, good time. Look at those. They're some pretty good ones. Yeah. But anyway, cool storage system. If you're a member of CNC with me, go check them out and go download them.
Go sign up.
I haven't downloaded them yet to check them out, but I'm going to. But yeah, pretty awesome. Maybe I'll have some of them printed out by next week, and we can actually see how they function.
Oh, right. Ask Clack about needing extra bits.
Oh yeah. Oh, Mr. Clack is breaking bits, I guess, on his
Oops.
Poco. There you go. So yeah, and if anybody else needs to buy a whole bunch of bits because you, of course, need to use the best bits there is, you should go to jennybits.com and support our buddy Cody and the best bits around.
Yep, the only ones I use now.
They're awesome.
Did you see Clack's comment?
Oh no! Yeah, let me pull it up here. You can never have too many bits. Oh, jeez. Oops. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, especially for Jenny.
Yeah. Can't trash your Jenny. No. Good times. Good times. All right, well, let's move on then. We got a glimpse inside. this is a pretty cool setup because he used the CNC to make this sign. So he got did a commission piece for um, a local company, and then they I guess it's like a dentist office, and it's pretty cool setup because he did the layered um, plywood and then finished it up and all that stuff, and then they put this moss, like this dead moss, inside of it, and I thought it looked pretty neat. Evidently, the first go round of it, the because he painted it white like the client wanted it to be and all that, and then I guess the client decided after seeing it in real life that they wanted natural wood look after that.
Oh,
So he had to redo it, but um, yeah, I think I probably would have just added another. I would have just sanded it down and added another layer.
oh, that's the same stuff that I use in the model railroading.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it looked pretty cool, but I guess it wasn't what the client was envisioning completely, so he redid it. But pretty cool use of texture. Uh, yeah, as you get towards the end there, yeah, there's the bare wood one before they went ahead and re-put the moss into it. So pretty sweet. Good times on that one. Pretty interesting. I've been watching a lot of his videos recently because he's a big French cleat guy, and I've been looking at things to do down in the shop. And I have anybody remember seeing a picture of the shop wall that the Ranger is sitting up against right now? It's a really big wall, and I think I could maybe fill it up with a lot of French cleats.
You could have a heyday.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of that's going to be taken up by a scoreboard, but yeah,
You have a scoreboard?
I do, and a
Really?
forklift with no brakes and batteries that are dead. But yeah, so all right, well, we'll move on then, and to let's see here. Oh, Carbide 3D. So this is a really cool video. I like this video a lot, and this the big three of the prosumer CNCs has been talked about a lot our here on this channel and on the on Dave's Wednesday night show that he does. There's been a lot of discussion about the big three of Winfinity, Shapeoko, and CNC Labs. And so Shapeoko is an American made product, and they're out there in Sterling. And it was a pretty cool video, but because it shows like how they build the machines. I mean, they're not. They're milling a lot of their machine parts right there in their factory. So it's a pretty cool setup.
That's got to be their gantry right there.
I don't know right offhand. I mean, I would assume so too. I mean, it's a pretty big chunk.
Yeah, that's beefy.
Yeah, because the linear rails go onto there. Yeah, there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They were talking a little bit about their story and what they, the process of building it, their machines. Look, they even have a shape hooker. Yeah, well, they have it put in screws. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it's literally picking and putting them. How wild is that?
Yep. It's a repetitive thing that goes right in the same spot every time. So they program the machine to do it.
What's that? Oh, in the Terminator, what's the name of that company that takes over everything?
Oh, Skynet?
Skynet. There we go. Yeah. We're getting closer, man.
Yeah. No.
Oh, that's just wicked.
Yeah.
It's slick the way that works, isn't it?
Yep. It was just like, here you go. Pop it in there. There's another Shapeoko that's making parts for other Shapeokos. So they have some of their machines making parts for their machines.
That's
That
kind of
kind
the
of
same
says a
way.
lot for their machines, doesn't it?
Yeah.
See, and Prusa does their own thing too. Same way with their machines.
Yeah. And they didn't say it in this video, but a little birdie told me that they contacted Shapeoko recently to find out about their lead times, because we know what the lead times are with some of these other machines.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're waiting months to get them. Shapeoko will ship out basically the next day. so,
Stock on
so
hand.
you could order. Yeah, you could order a Shapeoko and have it for 3 to 5 months before you can get some of these other ones that are out there. So yeah, pretty wild. Pretty wild, but good, cool machines, good company. They've grown a lot over the years, so good for them.
It looks like they've reinvested back into the company, which is good.
Oh yeah, yeah, completely. Great setup. It'd be cool if I was ever out that way. I'd love to go tour their setup just to check it out. So yeah,
Yeah.
Clax says he loves his. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So pretty cool machines. So anyway, give it a if you like seeing how how it's made type stuff, videos on like companies and all that. It's a good one to check out. So,
Definitely.
yeah. All right. We'll move on then to Justin Laser. This is a cool video. He used a Mopa laser to do a totem pole can opener. So he's using a little bit of AI stuff to help him design it, and he kind of walks you through how he did it, and then does it up. It's pretty. I mean, from what he starts out with to what he ends up with is it's pretty awesome. I love the design of it. I thought it turned out really cool. But yeah, he even does the edges, which I thought was impressive.
Now, which laser did he use on? Is this one of the UV or is this just the fiber?
No, it's just a fiber laser.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't remember if he says which. I'm sure he says which one he's using on it, but I don't remember what it was. So,
I want. God.
Yeah, right. So
Priorities
cool.
first.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there's too many cool toys out there. I like watching them work. They like how they function is pretty sweet.
Oh, and the sounds that they make
Yeah,
as they're doing it, it's just
pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
See, now you call it a well. If it's a toy, I'd just go out and get it. I have to look at it as a tool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And these are tools.
Yeah, if you can use it to make money, you got to go. I like that. That pass is really sweet. It cleans it all up.
Oh, it looks like Dave just got a 60-watt MOPA coming
Oh, there you go.
From a 30. It's a beast, I bet.
Wow.
Is it actually? Oh no, it's just cleaning up the edge. Oh, it's cutting the edge.
Yeah. He engraves the edge of it too. Yep. So it kind of wraps all the way around it. We were talking about Justin Laser a couple weeks ago because he had the pew pew blanks.
Yeah.
And that he did on his laser. So yeah, he does really good work.
Yeah, I was asked if I could do certain things, add serial numbers. It's like no, CO2 won't cut deep enough because you have rules you have to follow by. And it would have been perfect if I had one of these right when they asked, because you can cut deep enough the serial numbers into whatever you need to.
That's cool.
It's so simple how you line it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I could watch that stuff all the time. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, the end product was really well done. I really
like Harry's question. It's removing a lot of metal. Where does it all go or end up?
Yeah, it's engraving it. So yeah, it's kind of, I guess, vaporizing
Maybe
it.
vaporizing it. Yes, throwing it into the air.
Yeah, so it's going out through the exhaust.
Yep. Okay, Dave's done a few serialized lowers.
There you go.
Let's see him blowing it. He's blowing it.
Yeah. And then he wipes it off there. So it's at the end. I like totem stuff. I like the Hawaiian culture. My stepmother was Hawaiian, so it always enjoy seeing the stuff done.
I bet one of the main places you go when you go to Disneyland is the Tiki Room.
Oh yeah. Always got to go to the tiki room.
That turned out beautiful.
Yeah.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Good stuff. All right. Well, let's move on then to Paul's workshop. So Paul, he was talking about, like, he thinks he's the first person to do this. I don't think he is, but I mean, I'm not going to go fact check him.
No.
But it was a pretty cool process that he did. So he was doing it's a cougar paw but it's 3-dimensional epoxy. So he actually cuts it out of a piece of foam.
Okay.
I was surprised that it didn't get too hot for the foam, but
the resin itself.
Yeah, but I've never worked with resin before, so
I think it's warm. No, wait. You said it's a cougar's paw?
Yeah.
How come I only see 4 toes?
Yeah.
Ha.
Cougars have 5 toes. I don't know.
Most of them that I met.
Oh.
Yeah.
Years ago.
I'm on the right path there. I got you.
Sorry about that.
That's because she said meow.
Oh, Dave came up with an answer. Let's see, he uses an exhaust. You don't want to be breathing that air, which makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Back to this.
No, you're fine. Yeah, he cuts it all out of foam, and I think he did it on his big what is it, Jimitsu or something like that. That he's got the big 4x4 thing. But he blows it up pretty big. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
the Prover XL or something like that. I don't know. I think he could have been cutting a whole lot faster than what he's cutting, because
foam. Oh yeah, you zip right through it.
Foam cuts like butter.
And right there, you have that chance of heating the bit up and sticking the foam to the bit.
Yeah,
I've done that.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. No, but it turned out pretty cool. Well, he had some good tips and tricks in there. There it is before he starts doing the epoxy. Well, paints it all first and then does the epoxy. I guess that's what probably helps save the
from melting.
I don't know. But end product looked pretty sweet. I don't know what it was for. I don't know if he ever actually says why he was making it, but or who it was being made for, but
it's a nice size.
Yeah, it's like 30 inches by 30 or something like that, I think he said. No. Pretty cool setup. Turns out really good, nice and shiny.
It doesn't look like foam.
Yeah, no, not at all. No. A good project. Definitely a good project. So. Cool deal. All right, well, let's move on then to more. We got multi-board. Sean's familiar with multi-board.
No, I'm not here.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Whoops.
Yeah, they're doing some new releases of stuff. They've moved from just being organizer to being containment, I think is the way he put it, or something like that. So you can actually start now building objects instead of just being placeholders. So like he ends up, you're able to make boxes and stuff like that with some of the stuff that they have now, and I guess there's a whole lot of stuff that they're unveiling here in the next couple of weeks about multi-board. So yeah, it kind of threw me into who is it? The Next Layer did a video also this week on multi-board, and which I'm assuming it was in preparation for this video. There's one of the bits. Pretty sweet.
Were you
But
saying the Ben is extrude or is it printed or?
yeah, oh yeah,
Okay, the
yeah. So
whole
like
Ben is.
so he's got like the panels that go into the sides, and then the corners and the bottom are new pieces that they've designed for it.
Okay.
And you can mix and match or make them however big or small you need them to be. And they changed some of the snaps. Everything is now fitting, flush mounted with the exterior surface of the board. So
I might have to check those out.
yeah, this threw me into a little bit of a rabbit hole on watching other videos on multi-board, and I saw some people that were doing some big walls of multi-board, kind of like what the Next Layer did. He did a big wall of it, and but everybody that I was seeing, they were making it the same color as the wall, and it was driving me nuts. Like I was like, man, I do a big giant wall of that stuff, but I would want it to be stand out from the wall, and become a feature, and not just look like a slight texture to the wall. But
kind of like that.
yeah, exactly. But there's some cool stuff out there for it. It'd be pretty neat to see some more.
I might have to check the drawers out.
Yeah, there's some neat stuff. Good times. All right. Well, we'll keep on moving then. Upflip. We talked about Upflip as one of our Now for Something Different videos a couple weeks ago, and that was on that the container farm that was doing the farming 70 acres worth of stuff on a third of an acre. But they actually did an interview with Ryan from Cutting It Close, which was kind of neat. And they kind of go over his story and stuff like that. And then they do the process of making one of their banks. Holy cow, do these guys do well on Etsy? Wow. They're on track this year. Ryan says that they're going to try. They're trying to get to 5 million this year on Etsy.
Well, they already hit 2.8. Is that
what? Yeah. They did 2.8 last year. So from 2018 to 24, they went from $10,000 to 2.8 million. Yeah, they've got like I think 20 people that work for them now and stuff like that, and it's pretty wild. I guess the bulk of it is these. He starts out with a couple of different products that he's made over the years, but the big thing that they're doing right now is piggy banks and cutting boards. Yeah, are their big sellers. But I think he has like 300,000 reviews on Etsy. I was like, holy cow! Crazy. Wow.
Oh, he does the letter banks too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The funniest part was he did the U for Upflip to show him how you make, they do the acrylic in them. Mm-hmm. And he goes, he says, guess how many banks we have to do to make one U, because it's their lowest letter that they make, or that they make banks of out of the whole alphabet. Sean, how many banks does he need to make of other letters to make one U?
15.
15,000.
Oh, I forgot to add the K.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So there's so few names that start with U, I guess. Which is funny because like more names start with Z
Then you.
U for that get banks and stuff like that. So it pretty funny. But yeah, 15,000 banks before they use one U. I was like, holy crap! But the
Oh,
comments on this video were kind of all over the map too. They were, some of them were kind of annoying, because they're, Ryan can't. It did not have anything to do with how it was edited or anything like that, and but like they're like, oh yeah, it's an overnight success, but it starts out with $75, but he's got a $300,000 CNC. Well, it's like, well, this is like
well,
6 years.
now.
It's not an overnight success. So that was bad of Upflip to say that it was an overnight success, but um, he's been going at it for a number of years now, and they are adding new machines and new money to stuff as they are growing their 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 portfolio of products.
Reinvesting back into the company.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
I agree with Steve on this one.
but what do you say?
If he was making that much money on Etsy, and I get it, because Etsy they take a nice chunk of
Oh yeah,
your earnings. They'd find different ways on making
yeah.
that money. Yeah,
You
without
know,
getting Etsy, they're cut.
they do have it, like I think they said they do like 30% of their stuff is through their website and all that. But I've seen people that have jumped off of Etsy and gone somewhere else,
Mhm.
and they don't do as well. And then they try to go back to Etsy to pick up where they left off, and they're the algorithm has changed. But yeah, I hear that about not wanting to give them so much money, but if it works, it works.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna lie. I've thrown my modules up on Etsy,
Yeah.
but I make a point to Klondike.com. I throw my link in there all over the place.
Oh yeah,
So
I would
I
too.
use Etsy more for advertising than I do for sales. I mean, it is sales, but just a way to get them to go to the website.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So pretty cool though. I mean, they're
That's
doing
awesome.
good. Doing good. So, all right. Well, we'll keep on moving then. We got uh, I can never say this guy's name. Jeroen? I don't know. But he had
Robot.
robots making robots. I guess this is his new file that he's made, so you can make some funny little robots, and they're all layered, lasered stuff. Pretty cool. He shows you how he cuts them out and groups them up, and then he
I
does something to
I
them.
got to show my son this.
Yeah, his files are really reasonably priced too. I think they're only like $4 or $5
Oh,
usually
that
for
ain't
the
bad.
ones I've seen. Yeah, so and they seem to be really well done. So, um, but yeah, some good designs on them.
Any anymore when I look at something, it's like, okay, I can buy the file. Okay, let's say it's $5, or I can make it. How long is it going to take me to make that file, and is it worth it versus just buying it?
Yeah,
Right.
When I see an STL that's $30, it's like, screw that, I'll make my own.
yeah,
But if it's $5, yeah,
oh
why
yeah,
reinvent the wheel?
yeah, and especially if you're just trying to make something that's very similar to it,
Yeah,
might as well start out with something that's done. Make life a lot easier. But,
yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
like just show Robert and say, here.
yeah. Yeah, some cool little robots though. They're pretty funny. Uh, he's cutting them all out on his little Falcon there. So pretty neat. All right. Well, we'll wrap up with this one here, and yeah, he shows him. There you go. So Jonathan Katz Moses has now come out with a new French cleat system. It's a extruded aluminum, and pretty wild. And then I don't know, there's some interesting things going on with this thing. There's, he's talking about French cleats, but then he shows a bunch of bad French cleats. Excuse me. But so I mean, if you're making French cleats, you're not making them as bad as what he was showing in here. But I get it. I understand why he's doing it. But yeah, they've done some patents on this thing, and they're selling 3D printed holders and stuff like that. Which we were talking a little bit about this before the show started, and I think we're all in agreement that it would have been nice if he had the files that you could print out. Like a lot of us have 3D printers. I don't need to build or buy somebody else's 3D printed tool holders if I could print them out myself, and I could print them in whatever color I want them.
See, I think that's where we're heading too, being able to print our own stuff. Where sell the rails, and then give us the opportunity, sell us the file.
Yeah. Yeah, make it a couple bucks, whatever.
You're not losing.
Oh.
I agree with Steve.
Yeah. I have not seen how much these things cost, but they're on his website, I'm sure. I think because they're doing a pre-sale on them right now. But I'm sure they're pretty spendy.
There's the video.
There's the video there. There it is, trending Cat's Moses cleat system, top left.
Top left. Whoops.
Oh.
You have better eyes than me. Holy shit. I mean, shoot.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. There you go.
Holy cow.
$99. Wow, holy.
$99, $100 for 2 rails. That's a cool idea.
I guess is that with all those 3D prints too?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's a starter bundle.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like 2 foot long pieces of rail and all that. Yeah, I mean, to do that rail, that wall that he's got behind him, you'd have $5,000.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but I don't know.
You could go to a glimpse inside and get a real nice set of French cleats for a lot less than that.
Oh yeah,
I go to my. I was just I go to my table saw.
Yeah. Oof. Wow.
That's cool though. I mean,
yeah.
if you need to dress your shop up, and I guess it's no different than Apple and.
Yeah. It's all on what you want it to be.
Exactly.
I'd like it though. Like, well, yeah. So you see that green one there next to him. I wonder if those are just prototype stuff. I'm guessing it is. But it would have been nice if you could get it in other anodized colors. Like if you get it black.
I think he did have colors.
Well, those are the
green, light gray, maple, black.
Yeah, but those are the tool holders. But I don't think the cleats themselves come in.
I got you. Drinking pop-ups.
Yeah, there's the aluminum cleat.
No colors.
Yeah. So it's all just the clear anodized, I guess. But pretty cool.
If you bought all that stuff, you couldn't afford the tools to hang on it.
I don't know. I've met a few people that wouldn't hesitate on this.
Yeah, it's a cool system. I like the way that it locks down. It's got that front slot in it that you can put a T-nut into and stuff like that.
Paul, you're getting razzed, man.
Yeah. Kenneth's got you there covered.
Yeah, you're right.
Or messy before that cleat says. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, I'd have to clean up my shop if I bought one of those.
Now, yeah.
A
Now,
new
just
channel.
remember this, Paul. These videos are also for inspiration.
Yeah.
So,
Wouldn't inspire me.
Yep. Yeah.
but
Very
I see where his one thing is where you can lock them in. That is
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and prevent
is
stuff
good.
from falling off. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see where that is a bonus.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Good times.
So I can't wait to see what you come up with, Paul.
Yeah.
I like that hesitant laugh. Like, yeah, right.
I got to be able to get to a wall to be able to put a piece of meat on it to begin with.
Good times. All right, well, let's move on then. We got 2 more left to go tonight. So this is board game night. So this is kind of cool. I thought this is pretty neat that these 2 videos came out in the same week on different games, board games to play, and people were making like heirloom quality, board games. Uh, so this is Aggravation. I've never played Aggravation before, so I'm not familiar with it, but
It's been around a while.
yeah, this is Two Elm Builds, and they he was doing this project here, and was just showing the whole process of how he did it. So it was pretty neat. Filling in epoxy and using the different species of wood together, and the pocketing and everybody's using Vetric.
Mhm.
And evidently I haven't done any of their inlay stuff yet with the Vetric stuff, but um, that's what they were using, and also our next video. Uh, but evidently it works pretty well. Yeah. So this is Onefinity show or site. No, channel. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
He did a Scrabble. Uh, this looked like it was a pain in the butt to do.
It does.
This board was complicated, and I think you could tell by the end of the video that he's even like, I'm done with this stupid thing. I just want this thing to go away. It became a lot more complicated than what he envisioned it to be at the beginning, I think. But yeah, he ends up inlaying the resin stuff here and there and everywhere else, and making multiple layers of the different colored woods, and then cuts slots too wide. Has to pour more stuff in there, more
More
epoxy.
resin. Oh, is
Yeah,
he using epoxy or epoxy resin?
yeah. Yeah, there it is, because he made them he put the slots in before he had gotten the actual tiles, and then found out that the tiles were thinner than what he thought they were going to be, and they were falling over in the little troughs. So he filled them up with epoxy and then recut them. But it looks like it's outlined now. But you can get these files, from Onefinity. I don't know where they put the files or how much they were, if they were selling them or whatever. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was a complicated file to do. That the upper piece that goes around all the tiles, the one that goes on top of that piece right there. I would think. I mean, I get it. It's a CNC, channel, showing their CNC and all that. But I think doing it on the laser would have been a lot easier. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, seems
Cut all
like
the
it.
squares out.
yeah, because it was so thin, and he's in there trying to cut it all out and breaking stuff, and it looked like it was kind of a nightmare. But,
Different approach.
yeah, yep, but pretty sweet. Looked good for sure. Yeah, there he's showing some of the breaks that he had. Oh, and not to use wax. using oil to finish it up because it'll soak in better. Stuff like that. So some good tips. Kenneth's asking if you were to sell game boards like that, I assume there might be a copyright issue. There definitely could be, but
Yeah, this one I don't think there would be, or the other one.
yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, if you're putting Scrabble on it, it might. I don't know.
Yeah, that part I get.
Yeah, but still, I mean, for how long it's going to take you to make that, you're going to be asking a pretty penny. So you're not going to be selling 1,000 of them.
Well, I think that's custom enough to where I don't, except for the name Scrabble.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody really have to want to go after you, I think, to bother you with that. But anyway, but good times. All right, well let's get out of here and go back to our normal shot here, and some pretty cool stuff going on there. Some good videos this week. So hopefully everybody found something that they hadn't seen yet and are interested in going to check out, because that's what we do. Watch a lot of videos. I didn't even get into the videos of lawnmowers that I had to watch this week.
Did you break something?
No,
You're making that one part, aren't you? Or no?
What? No, I really just want to get a new lawnmower. I hate my lawnmower. It's not that I hate it. It's just it's too small and inefficient for the amount of property I have to cut.
I was going to say, get you one of those little electric push mowers.
Oh man, it takes me 4.5 hours to cut it as it is.
I know.
So I need a bigger mower.
A Kubota.
I don't
with
know.
a shovel on it.
I've tried to cut mow with a regular like steering wheel lawnmower, and I hate it. After having a zero turn, I'm a zero turn guy. I got to say, it's cutting grass with the zero turn is so much easier than a regular mower. So
turn the lawnmower into a forklift. Didn't you watch that video?
I should turn a forklift into a lawnmower.
Yeah.
How far is your son from being able to mow the lawn?
Yeah, I've given up on that.
Oh. My daughter's almost there.
He's done it a few times, and then I live out in the country, so we have I mow about 4.5 acres, and he'll go down into the backyard and he'll mow a little bit over here. And then he'll drive it over here and mow a little bit over here. And then he'll go over here. And then he'll get bored and just drive around for a few minutes and then stop. So I end up having to mow it all again anyway, because you can't just mow a patch here and there.
My son was the worst lawnmower that I'd ever seen. And when he got done, there'd be lines that he missed.
Yeah.
I'd have him fill it up and mow it again, and eventually he'd get all the stuff. But
yeah, it's oh man, it's a mess. And my wife, I won't let my wife on the lawnmower. She's run over her flower bed way too many times. Times that she has been on it. Well, the few times that she's been on it, I can remember why the last time is that she had she was trying to mow. I don't know. I had messed up my knee or something like that, and I couldn't walk or something like that. Maybe I don't remember. But anyway, she was like, "I'm going to go mow," and then half the flower beds get taken out. And I'm like, just no, just I will do this outside here. There you go. Yeah, the zero turns are the game to have. We have a 50-inch, but it's like one of the little Troy built things it's not built for this much room to mow, and it just takes forever, and it's so slow. Well, I'm looking at a Bad Boy Maverick. 60-inch, and I'm looking at the Toro something Max, something like that. It's, I don't know. They're really close as far as in their machines. I think the pricing difference is only like $100, but yeah. She was cutting them back so they'd produce more hours. Yeah.
Good excuse.
Yeah, well, when she's going right for the house, she's trying to find a new house too.
Let's see if a new addition will grow on this house.
Yeah, right. So, man. But anyway, they try to help, but it's my job to do it, so I just do it. Anywho, all right. Well, let's see here, Mr. Paul. You got anything else for us this week?
I have nothing else.
Oh, well, thanks. Appreciate it. Did you hang up your birdhouse yet?
Tomorrow. I'm going to do
Poor
it tomorrow.
birds. It's spring.
I know.
They need new homes.
It's sitting there waiting to get hung up, and I haven't got around to it yet.
I hear you. It happens.
I'm thinking about taking the camera, that one camera, the Wise camera,
Yeah,
and doing an owl box. We have
okay.
a couple huge barn owls, and they're right up here in my tree.
Oh,
They'll come in over at night, and it's like I'll have one here, and it's got to be a couple because they talk back and forth constantly.
Oh, cool.
And one night she'll be up here, and he'll be someplace, and then she'll be screaming at him for something, probably not for being with her, but you know how that goes. And then they'll flip. She'll be over in the other area, and he'll be up here. So beautiful animal, big. I mean, they're big birds. When the cat's out, it's like, get in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll pick something up and take off with it for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to make an owl box and put a camera in it just for fun.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that with your birdhouse. Or make a birdhouse, put a camera in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a bird feeder that has a camera in it that I haven't put out there for Grandpa yet. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah.
That'd be a cool one.
Yeah, it's pretty neat because like it'll alert you that there's birds out there, and it'll tell you what kind of birds it is and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's pretty neat. We got it for him for Christmas.
What would that be? An AI freaking bird feeder?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It wasn't bad. It was only like $40. It wasn't
that's
really. Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't very expensive at all. But I mean, for a bird feeder, whatever. He likes his birds, so whatever. All right. Well, Mr. Sean, what do you got? Anything else for us tonight?
Hey, Wednesday, come hang out in the morning. Late morning coffee.
And next Friday night.
Yeah, and Friday. Oh yeah, I guess got a new one Friday night. It's Trains and Tech. Matter of fact, that's when I did the unboxing of this wonderful machine behind me.
Yeah.
So yeah, come hang out Wednesday or Friday. Other than that, be kind, stay on track, don't be an ass.
The usual.
The usual.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Well, that's it for me too. Everybody have a great week. Thank you so much for joining us. I really super appreciate it. Sean said the rest of it. We'll see you guys next week. I'll make sure you guys, if anybody's got time tomorrow night, tune into Ventari's workshop or the Clack Shack, and they'll be talking about lasers and 3D printers. And
do what I do. I throw both windows up, one on each side.
There you go.
I got to be fair about sharing the time, right?
Yeah.
I got a widescreen. It works.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Then you get to see twice the fun.
Yeah, exactly. One for each eye.
Yeah. Well, thanks, John. Yeah, hit the like on the way out. I appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next week. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, and hopefully somebody has no more, kidney stones at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal. All right. Peace out, people. Love you. I don't know why I said it like
See
that.
ya.
I do.